I mean, if I look at the history of your work, you know, of all the groundwork you did, the casting, and with all the people you've worked, and the progression of what you've done, you know, that's why I was so interested at the beginning. So you started working with light and acrylic, and at one point, I guess you bumped into glass. In which form did that happen?
I literally bumped into glass. You're right. What happened was I was walking in Maastricht, my hometown at the time.
Yeah.
And I passed the Jan van Eyck Academy, and there was a sign outside, glass workshop with Andries Kopier.
Okay.
And I just decided to walk in. It's you know, one of these typical examples where people will say serendipity, and I will say there's no such thing as
coincidence,
as an incident. You know, it happens because it has to happen. Anyway, I saw Andries Kopier very first day of this workshop, which was basically a workshop without any students. It was just Andries working with Willem Hazen and his son Bernard. And they were blowing glass. They were doing the designs that Andries Kopier made. And you may know that he was the most famous Dutch designer that we had, Dutch glass artist.
I remember, yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So anyway, I walk in, I see this guy sitting with a pipe. And at the end of the pipe, he has this lump of hot glass that's radiating light. And I'm like, now that's interesting. so I had to basically just sit down, and I sat down for 3 weeks. I was there every day from the morning till the evening till they ended. I got to know, of course, the Hazens, but I got to know Andries. Andries came to my studio. He saw my light objects. He loved my light objects. And, you know, we had a friendship. I visited him in Holland, and we got together a couple of times, and yeah, you know, it was just phenomenal to me to see that there is a material that is so close to light that you can freely form, that you can shape, you know. And then, of course, the big question came, now what? What are you going to do? You know, are you going to study glass, or are you going to continue doing light objects? And I was already in that year, in '86, I already had exhibitions throughout Europe. And for instance, I had a solo show with Galerie Neo2 in Paris, which at the time was, I would say, one of the top design galleries in the world.
Okay.
You know, so I didn't want to stop making my light objects, but I wanted to know as much as I could about glass. So I started assisting Bernard Hazen and learning from him. And then when the opportunity came to do a workshop with, 3 years later, do a workshop with Lino, of course, I was the first one in queue, you know, I mean,
yeah.
Because
I
already knew what, sorry?
I just want to say, because people are watching this, maybe don't know who Lino Tagliapietra is. He's probably the most prominent Italian Milanese glassblower currently alive. I can safely say that without losing my face.
Yes. What Dale Chihuly is for America, Lino is for Europe.
Yeah, exactly. So, and the whole thing with the curiosity, normally curiosity kills a cat, but curiosity also can create a good artist. I'm sure of that. You were curious enough to follow up with the glass.